Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for Poland versus England in a World Cup qualifier, the third World Cup qualifier of this international break. And let's be quite frank about this. The last chance for someone to catch England in the World Cup qualifying group. Basically, if England win or draw this game, they're pretty much qualified for Qatar, having won all of their games thus far. And this really is the only tricky opponent left. You can see the table there. If England were to win tonight, they're as good as there, because the remaining games, then it's Andorra again, Hungary, Albania, and then San Marino. So it's the last tricky-ish game for England. And then God knows what the watch-alongs will be like for the remaining games as we see through what has got to be a little bit of a, what's the word? I don't want to say turgid, but yeah, a little bit of a walk-through qualifying campaign, especially if they get the win tonight. But that's often been the way for England. Let me know if you can see me, hear me loudly and clearly. Let me know how you see this one going tonight. You do have the obvious problem of a world-class striker in for Poland as well. So hopefully, let's all be very, very honest. The Hungarians did not give us a good game last midweek, and Andorra is Andorra. It is what it is, isn't it? So, yeah, should be, fingers crossed, a bit of a better watch. I'm looking at those last two games, though. I don't know how many people, what we do for San Marino away with qualification presumably already confirmed. We'll have a look at the team news in just a second. Let's just say thank you to Luca, who, thank you to his dad as well, Stephen, who's helped set up Luca's fan sponsorship for our live watch-alongs this season. Football is nothing without fans, and I am nothing without football. Thank you very much, Luca, and Dad Stephen, for allowing Luca to be our watch-along sponsor this time around. Let's just say hello to Leeds 2021, Liam, Alistair, Mr. E, Luke, Tony, Toby, QPR forever. Daz, don't know what kit we'll wear tonight. I assume the Poles are wearing some kind of red and white, so it might be the blue one. Martin, evening, NBW. Amanda, Liam, did we say hello to you? Let's not discount San Marino. Yeah, right, there you go. Get your predictions in. Daz says 3-1 there down in the chat. Evening, sir. Alex as well. Let's go through the teams in this one. Let's do the England team first, because it's getting quite staid and quite solid and very, very regular in its selection, which I think is a good thing. I know people get bored very, very quickly, but think about it. It's only basically just over a year away to the World Cup. So this cycle wants to continue through to the World Cup, and I'd expect most of these players to be, well, you tell me, how many of these players tonight start the first World Cup game in Qatar, assuming qualifications? Probably most of them, isn't it? What do you see changing between now and then, really, across this next season? One or two players at most might work their way in. Anyway, Pickford of Everton in goal. Walker, Manchester City left back. Shaw, Manchester United right back. Maguire and Stones, Manchester United, Manchester City once again. The double pivot in midfield that just does not change. Phillips of Leeds and Rice of West Ham. There you go. Bit of diversity in the clubs with the players selected. And Grealish front left of Manchester City. Sterling front right of Manchester City. Mount of Chelsea in the number 10 position, although he might need to be a number 8 at times tonight. And the captain, Harry Kane, up top. Let me know what you think of that selection and the fact that England basically do now have a solid first 11, we know what it is. Obviously, there'll be injuries and maybe one or two other players will find their way in. But that's Gareth Southgate's favourite team, isn't it? Pound for pound. So there you go. Johnston on the bench, Pope, Trent, Reece James, Trippier, Cody, Henderson, Saka, Bellingham, Lingard, and Pat Bamford. So just the one striker in reserve again. That's pretty much been the size of it in terms of the England bench. Bellingham, Saka, probably first names off the bench there. Lingard, obviously, with 2 goals the other night as well. Let's have a look at the Poland team. In goal, Szczesny, who we're familiar with from Arsenal, his days in the Premier League at Juventus. Now, across the back, Davidovic of Verona. A few play in Italy here. Glick is one of them, of Benevento. Bednarek, we know all about, and a good set play guy as well on the end of set plays of Southampton. Puchas of Union Berlin makes up the back 4. The central midfielders, Krychowiak of Krasnodar, Linetti, another one that plays in Italy for Torino. Joszwiak of Derby County, flying the flag for the championship in the Poland squad. They do have Michael Helik as well. I'm sure he'll be on the bench. Murder of Brighton as well. We're familiar with him. Buxer, I believe, plays for the New England Revolution out in the States. Double check me on that one. And of course, Robert Lewandowski, who is a world-class striker. I say, would he get in the England team? Look, we'd play 2 strikers if Lewandowski was English, wouldn't we? So a tremendous player for many, many years for Bayern Munich. Of course, on the bench, Skiropski, Drevovsky, Kedizira, Helik, who we mentioned of Barnsley, Pietovsky, Rebus, Sils, Frankowski, Zalewski, Simansky, Swiderski, and Kaminski. All good fun, me pronouncing all of these Polish names. There you go. We are, I think they're at full capacity over in Poland. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't seen many wide shots of the ground. Maybe you can tell me in the chat. Get your comments in, get your predictions in as well, and I'll read some of these out. 2-1, like at Wembley in March. Luke agrees 2-1. We'll all take that. Everyone's got Poland scoring in this one. Grealish and Stirling for England. You know who for Poland. Well, there you go. Riley, 3-0 England. That'd be very nice. So what's my boy Jesse got to do? Well, Plucky, I think we know the answer. He's got to hold down a first team place at one of the bigger Premier League teams, hasn't he? And obviously he's at Manchester United, found his way back in at West Ham. But yeah, I think he's going to be a squad guy. And he'll be one of those, I think, Lingard, where, you know, when we're cutting it down from 30 to 25 or whatever it is we need to do, I think he'll be one of the ones we're talking about next. Well, when would it be? Be next? I don't know how this is all going to work during the season, but next sort of October, November time, I guess they do the squad. Here come England out onto the pitch out there in Poland. All the players coming out, and they are wearing the blue away kit, as we suspected. It does look like they are at full capacity out there in Poland for this one. He's made 2. Must be talking about Szczesny there. Made 2 errors. Well, let's see if we can put pressure on him tonight. Yeah, let me know what else is going on tonight in the internationals. Ballard playing for Northern Ireland. 2-1 England, says Owen. That's quite a popular one. 2-0, says Alex. Will Joszwiak start on Friday? He can't, can he? Yeah, Darby are playing on Friday, basically 48 hours from now. So very little chance Josviak will start. I suspect he might be on the bench, but tricky. Did Scotland play last night, QPR Forever? Lyndon Dykes 2-2 for Scotland. Amanda is going for a draw. And remember, we've said this with where England are. They're just got to not lose. And, it's not going to be too hard for them to get another 9 points, against Andorra, Albania, San Marino. And I don't know what happened to Hungary. I thought they were good in the Euros, but they were dreadful. It was 4-0 last week. Could have been 7-8, couldn't it, for England, the amount of chances they created and did not score out in Hungary last time. Stefan, win-win for me tonight. There we go. Split loyalties. You can't lose, though. That's the best way to look at it. God save our Queen. We just had the national anthem. My apologies if anyone likes the sanctity of the national anthem. I've got to keep talking on here. Evening, Jake. Scotland 1-1-0 last night. There you go. Won away to Austria, the Scots, last night. So well done to the Scots. I'm loving the Poles' commitment to their national anthem here. Brilliant stuff by the Poles. Can't believe how rubbish Turkey are now. They finished third in the World Cup. Was it in 2002? Definitely got semi-finals, didn't they? Jordan Archer has a Scotland cap. I'll leave that there. There you go. Consider that left there. Polish national anthem being sung with feeling. Sing it with feeling, boys. And away they go. Right, let's just bang through these two sides one more time. For the Czechs, Szczesny in goal. Davidovic, Glick, Bednarek, Puchkas. I'm going to have fun with that pronunciation at left back. Murder, Krakowiak, Linetti, Josviak, Buxer and Lewandowski up top. For England, Pickford, Walker, Stones, Maguire. Sure, you know it by now. Walker, Phillips, Rice, there you go, famous last words. Stirling, Mount, Grealish, and the captain. And on the score sheet in Hungary, Harry Kane on the score sheet against Andorra as well. Came off the bench to make a difference here. Was hoping you were going to do it on the keyboard. Do you know what? The speaker is up here. Now, I don't know you can see it behind me. Can you, if I do that? If I do that, there you go. You can see the Yamaha speaker down. I could have plugged it in, couldn't I? There we go. We'll see whether the game gets as entertaining as the Andorra game got, and then in which instance I may consider doing that. Evening to Mr. Radio Floyd. Always nice to have him amongst our number here in the chat here. Poland are my second team. Nice. They make great beer. Absolutely. Don't know if I have a second team. Oh, right. Thank you, everybody, for joining. ITV are on their last ad break, and then it will be kickoff. So a quick couple of plugs. You're already doing the first one. Keep your comments coming in. Please hit like whatever platform you're watching the video on. If you're watching on Twitter or YouTube or Facebook, hit the thumbs up button. Hit subscribe. I haven't been on in a couple of days, international break, and I look up at my whiteboard and see about 5 million videos coming. So I've been quiet the last couple of days. Obviously, that means the subscriber number hasn't gone up the past couple of days, although it won't load at the moment, which is not helpful. So I can't give you a live subscriber count. But look, hit subscribe regardless of what the live number is. Come on, phone. Come on, internet. That doesn't bode well for doing the stream, does it? You can also support via Super Chat and Super Stickers at any point during the show. Just hit that dollar button right next to where you leave your comments. And YouTube is definitely not going to allow me to tell you the subscriber number. But hit subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, all of that good stuff. Woof. Am I doing a super stream on Saturday? I don't think I will be. I think for the next 2 Saturdays, but we will be back very, very soon. I promise. Come on, YouTube. Live subscriber number. No, they ain't having it. Spinning wheel of doom. We have the taking of the knee by the England players who are protesting all forms of discrimination. And they tell us it is in no way political. For those people who like to get cross about that one. Hit that like button. 19,100 subscribers. Right, we have kicked off Poland v England, 0-0, obviously. Poland, white shirts, red shorts. England wearing all blue, the sort of away kit there. And we'll give you a time stamp as soon as we can into this one, hopefully on the 1 minute mark. Get your thoughts in as we go. This is game number 6 of 10 in the World Cup qualifiers. Once again, England 5 for 5, and really any kind of result avoiding defeat, basically, and they're as good as they're given the remaining games. Here come Poland, though. It was Linetti trying to punch a hole there. Well defended. I think it's Declan Rice got in the way, and the ball's gone out for a throw-in, which Kamil Josviak is going to take. Matt, how do I always look so good? Believe me, I am very, very sleep deprived, and thank you for saying I look good. I don't feel good. I feel very tired and very old, but we're trying our absolute best. It's bright lights, hey? Anyone looks good under them. Here are the polls in the left-back position with Puchas, and it's back with Szczesny, who clears long. We'll give you a timestamp here. Coming up 2 minutes. I'll count you down. We'll be at 2 minutes in. 3, 2, 1, sync. So if you want to line up with me, go for it there. There's your sync point. And yeah, if you're watching on ITV Hub or on a smart TV, you may be a little bit ahead, a little bit behind, who knows, but sync up and enjoy the action together with all of us at the same time. Chris, welcome. England are as good as any team in the world. Will win this comfortable before they go into World Cup glory if Southgate becomes less cautious. Yeah, he's just got to... It doesn't need to go by much, does he, Chris? But I do agree with you on that one. He could just come away a little bit, and that might be very beneficial. Alex, watch the round table. Alex, are you coming on? Get on the round table on Patreon, Alex. We want you on there. Feel your pain. Sleep deprived myself, I have to say. I cannot really complain about sleep deprivation because Shaylee has it worse than me when we do the shifts. Obviously, I am not able to breastfeed. So she gets the worst of it in the night, and then I do the big shift in the morning. I'm preaching to the choir to all you mothers and fathers out there, but special respect for the mothers having to do the breastfeeding. Rob, welcome along, my friend. Let's joining us again. Thank you. Let's hope this is a bit more competitive than Andorra. Mason Mount has just left one on Krakowiak there. He's not been booked, but I'm sure referee Siebert of Germany is in his ear. Great ping by Szczesny out onto the left wing. Good take, actually, by Murder. Poland throw. Poland the better side so far. Not a lot happened, but just in terms of territory, it's been the Poles. Try and plug it. Get on here, Alex. Get on. You enjoy it. Not really seen Mount do anything for England. Well, I mean, I like him a lot, Mount. Remember, his role's slightly different for England, and there's certain pressing things to do that he does very well that maybe we don't know. It's crossed to the back post, volleyed in from the left wing and blocked out. Who was it on the volley? There it was, Puchas, the left back. Good hit, actually. Decent enough block as well. Here come England, though, for the first time. Mount carries that nicely and gets it onto Grealish. Back into Mount again. Lovely interchange between Grealish and Mount. Grealish and Mount combining brilliantly for that penalty in the game at the weekend. Josviak snapping at Grealish's... that was brilliant. Grealish just got slow motion doing a very, very brummy effing hell. You can see him, you can lip read him as he was saying it. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. I think he plays higher. I think that's the thing, Liam, isn't it? And look, I'll make no bones about this. The top Champions League sides it is a higher standard than international teams. So, make no bones. Chelsea are better than England. I know we're in parallel universe here. They'll never be able to play each other, but you know what I mean, don't you? Round table sounds fun. Yes. Check it out over on Patreon. Who did we have on the other night? Russ, for Norwich fan. John, the Birmingham fan. Dan, Luton fan. Who am I forgetting? Lee. Brilliant Lee, the depressed Sheffield United fan. Really, really good. Fun. Ooh. And Krakowiak nearly nipping into the box there. Just well marshalled by Declan Rice. Mount combined. Mount and Grealish combined beautifully for that one, didn't they? 1 year ago, Phillips made his debut. This is a great year for England, Phillips. Super consistent. Corner for Poland, which Moda is going to take 2 arms up. Keep your eyes out for Lewandowski in the box. In it goes. Goes loose. Forced in, actually. Kind of cross shot. Harry Kane, it was, who made the clearance. And if you are a relatively tall, strong striker, you are always important on those defensive set plays. Kane did well. Poland up for it. Good to see. Yep. Couldn't agree more after the less than competitive game the other day. Lee was very good on the round table. Very impressive and knowledgeable. Get on there, Wenlock. Get on. Come and join us. Love to have you on there. Peter, another QPR fan here. You're very welcome, sir. Yellow card for Calvin Phillips. We're just talking about his consistency. And he's just smashed Puchas, the left back. Oh, he hasn't smashed him, has he? He's tried. I hate those decisions. He's tried to do a pirouette and he's basically stood on his foot. So it's one of those where anyone who's played football will say, that's not a deliberate foul, but it says in the referee's laws about endangering opponents, doesn't it? So it's one of those ones where the letter of the law, yes, fine, whatever, but clearly no intent to foul. He's just trying to shield the ball and he treads on his foot, but is what it is. Krissy's not done much for Chelsea recently either. Would have won the Euros, have been subbed off. He didn't have a good game in the final, did he? But I'm a big fan of Mason Mount, schooled in the Championship with Darby on that loan. Evening Peanuts. Decent stuff so far. Probably Poland just the better side, but England, they do look dangerous when they carry the ball forward. And these two, particularly Mount and Grealish, with Mount pulling over to the left. Mount's got it here. Rice takes it on, gets past Krakowiak. He's looking for a tackle, Rice. He thinks he should have had a corner. Tried to cross it. Rice holds his head. Referee says a goal kick. Oscar, sitting in my flat near the stadium. Tremendous stuff. Can you see the stadium from there, Oscar? That sounds tremendous. You and Russ have good chemistry. I tell Russ that. He'll enjoy that. There we go. Bob, that's 2 bad decisions from this German referee. It's difficult. I do have some sympathy with the ref on the Phillips one because it's a silly law, isn't it? The way it's worded with endangering the opponent and treading on the foot. So it's difficult with intent, isn't it? Evening, ZFC. Evening, Jimbo. Roosters. Nice. Could England make the final of consecutive major tournaments? God, a World Cup final. That would be a fine thing. Given the strength of the Premier League at the moment, come on, we've got to back ourselves. I think they could. Kane plays it around the corner. Phillips trying to run off Harry Kane. Chases down the keeper. Chesney does Phillips. Decent enough clearance by Chesney. Big header by Rice. Headed straight back. It's just broken to the poles in midfield. And there's one for Lewandowski to chase. Stones has gone with him. Good hold by Lewandowski. Clip to the back stick. Josviak tries to head down. Here is Grealish, though. Grealish cool and calm as ever. Rice Well, I was going to say good feet by Rice, and then he just stumbled, and Stirling, clever, draws the foul. Bednarek a little bit too keen here. Luke can see England winning the World Cup. Please. That would be a fine thing. A German ref in Warsaw versus England. Yeah. No further comment, me honour. That throw makes 3 bad decisions. There we go. Other buildings block. Sit on my way to brilliant stuff, Oscar. Good luck to the Poles on your behalf there. Poles have started sharp with energy, says Bob. Buoyed by the crowd, England's showing we can stay calm. So I got the press. Good gaming coming. Looking for a polished performance by the Polish. Tomato. Long one out to Walker, who we've barely mentioned so far. He's come down the right. Walker crosses in, cleared out by Bednarek. England, just over the last 2-3 minutes, looking a little bit better now, getting into. I thought Poland were the better side to start the game. Ref must still be upset about the Euros. Looks like England have to win. Everyone against us. Well, let's have a look. Stirling makes the charge. Krakowiak, that was a fair tackle, wasn't it? Wins it back. Here is Lewandowski. Lovely turn by Lewandowski on Phillips. Double up there with Stones, and they win it back. Here is Luke Shaw. Owen doesn't live near the stadium, lives near Donington. There you go. Home of the famous festival. Josviak has fouled Jack Grealish. Mason Mount is pointing out that Calvin Phillips was booked. That argument doesn't always follow. Although, I'm going to say it. If Phillips is a yellow card, then perhaps he's made a rod for his own back by not booking Josviak. They're a little bit late on Jack Grealish. There we go. The conspiracy theories will continue about this referee. Sure, free kick. Swings it in left-footed. Headed up in the air, half cleared. Oh, fell to Maguire. Tried to volley it. Didn't quite have the technique in his locker for that one, did he? Krakowiak. Krakowiak tried to play that. He did get a little nibble, I think, on his ankle as he played it. I think the German referee's missed that one as well, hasn't he? No, he hasn't. He has given it. That did look like a foul, to be fair, but yes. Not a lot going England's way, refereeing-wise, just yet, let's just say. Thoughts on the players can't go to the red countries? Yeah, they just got to get organised, haven't they? That was a bit of a joke, wasn't it? Oh, no, there was no contact there. I thought he'd got a nibble there from... I need to see that again from first watch. Did he give a foul in the end? Yeah, he did. Interesting. Full-time, Australia won 1-0. Tremendous. Who are they playing? Shudder at the memory of coming home in 73 and watching us in a yellow kit beaten by the Poles. Who scored in that game, Bob? Even in bed, not going to get much out of the ref. Make chances count. Absolutely. A homer. I wonder how much the ref took. Evening all. There's John. He was on the round table. Great job, John. That's gone down very well in the Patreon, by the way. Here into the box come the Poles. It was Moda driven to the near post, left-footed. Needless to say, the referee is not popular in the chat here. A few things that were possibly arguable. Look, it's never black and white, is it? It's always shades of grey, but a few shades of grey possibly going against the English. A German Trevor Kettle. Can somebody what would the corresponding German name be for Trevor Kettle? Anyone good with languages? Here is Grealish, comes down the left and wins a corner off Davidovich. Now, remember Cluffy calling the Polish keeper a clown. Hell of a performance, though. Tomaszewski, yes? What would the German equivalent of Trevor be? Clever Trevor. Corner for England, then. Luke Shaw is going to take this one. Harry Kane's there, obviously. John Stones, Maguire, very good from these positions. Shaw's on the left, so he's going to swing it out with the left foot. Grealish comes short. Shaw ignores. It's gone to the edge of the box. Here is Mount. Good block by Krychowiak. And Krychowiak does well to win that one again. Mount, good shoulder charge there. There you go. Ref's got that one right. Here is Kane down the right. Kane crosses in and clipped out. Krychowiak and Mount having a lovely old time down there. Mount's done well, to be fair. Krychowiak clears it as far as Phillips. Here's Stirling. Stirling tried to slide it through. Nearly did. And that's Stirling for you. You can be quiet for 10 minutes, but nearly just pierced the defence and then running off Harry Kane. Nearly got through. Here comes Josviak on the right wing. Josviak trying to angle that one in to Buxka. Didn't quite get it through. And here is Luke Shaw. I don't want to read these. I'll read that one. Trevor Vassacocker. There we go. Stephen, legendary, can't be with you tonight. Have a good one. Luca will watch it back tomorrow. Thank you, Stephen. We've already said hi to Luca, and we thank you very, very much. Here is Maguire. It's just a steal there by Glick at the back. Bit of a light pass by Harry Maguire. Decent game this. England by no means in charge, and Poland by no means rolling over like we've seen Hungary and, obviously Andorra dreadful, aren't they? So 17-5 on the clock. Here is Maguire. Sterling can go missing, but always produce one moment of magic. Yes. Even if it's just ending up in the right place at the right time with his excellent movement, Sterling, and his England record is just so good now, isn't it? Right, nice ball down the left. Crossed in by Mudder. Oh, good cross as well. Buxer was pulling off on the back post. Actually did get away from Maguire there. Southgate looks concerned. Best chance of the game there. Didn't quite make contact, but certainly a good cross. Oh, brilliant by Kane. Look at that. Superb play by Kane there. He's got Walker away down the right. Grealish is open on the far post. Walker checks back inside. Here's Kane, edge of the box. Kane, just a heavy touch there. Phillips, lovely ball by Phillips out to Grealish. Grealish touch. Grealish in the box. Here's Mount. Mount curls it and it's over the top. Best bit of play by England so far then. Brilliant skill by Kane in the first instance. Then just the kind of slickness of the move just tailed off a little bit there and England couldn't get a decent shot off there. It was Mount in the end. They're just showing back on ITV the Buxer sliding in on the far post. Yeah, that might be as good as it gets for him in this game. You've got to try and take these chances. They may be few and far between as well. We're talking about Blues stands last night. Announced they don't have a health and safety certificate to open. Oh dear. Disorganised so far. Birmingham. What else can you say there? Not good. Credit to the Poles. Always an entertaining watch. No 10 men behind the ball. No, it's look. We don't expect them to turn up and roll over, but I do agree with Bob. It is far more entertaining than the last couple of England games we've seen. Was disappointed with Hungary. Here's Sterling on the right. Sterling to Kane. Kane holds it up. Kane gets robbed there by Krychowiak. Looks like there's a bat in the stadium. There's a bat in the kitchen. What am I going to do? Here's Calvin Phillips. Lovely half volley pass by him. He just pulled off the same move there that got him booked, getting his body in the way, sticking his foot over the ball across his man. Needs to be careful. Gets that one wrong again. We know the ref's going to book him. He's already booked it for him once. Grealish switched the play to Walker. If England lose, do they stay top? Yes, they will, won't they? I think they're 5 points clear of Poland in second, aren't they? England. I must stop rubbing my eyes. Phillips. Here's Maguire. Rice. Nice pocket from Walker, picked up from right back. Phillips, good rotation by England there. Here's Stirling on the right. Stirling 1v1 with Pukas. He's done well, Stirling. Brilliant from Stirling. Crosses to the back post. Kane chance. Doesn't direct the header at all well. Superb play by Stirling there. Proper bit of wing play there. Takes Pukas outside, inside USA. Great cross as well by Stirling. Kane should do better with that one. Should do better. Lewandowski has gone down. Superb bit of play by Stirling there. And Kane often buries those, doesn't he? And just couldn't direct that header. Double team there. I don't know who fouled Lewandowski there. Someone's foot landed on his. It was either Stones or Rice. 21-25 gone. Good game. Two sort of chances so far, but the best one really has fallen to England with Stirling just opening that up for Harry Kane, but he couldn't loop the header in on the far post. There's that Stirling magic. Let's have a little bit more. Bamford would bang that into the back of the net. Kane would normally, wouldn't he? There we go. Stirling, brilliant touch as well. Kane's offside. Stirling's looked very good the last 2-3 minutes just getting into the game. I think Kane clipped that. He's miles offside, isn't he? Sterling's touch was even too good for Kane's movement. Kane's just questioning how early that ball went into the front there. As we come up to the halfway point in this first half. Good watch. 22:30 on the clock. Poland 0, England 0. Poland far more competitive than Hungary and Andorra certainly have been this past week. Sure. Maguire, England looking better now, starting to take charge of this. Thought Poland were on top for the first 8-9 minutes. Here's Walker at right back. Walker, Stones. Stones just drifts into the centre circle. Nice pocket again by Phillips, but he's gone all the way home. To Jordan Pickford, who's trying to... it's quite old school, actually. Poland playing a 4-4-2, so fans of a certain age will be used to seeing those two banks of four. Phillips, Walker, Stones, nice little slip slide past Lewandowski there. Rice on to Maguire, Grealish, Rice back to Maguire. He's going to have to go home, I think. And he does just that. Hungary 2 up already. What was with that performance against us the other day then? Or are we better than I think? Jude Belling will be a regular soon. I think, Luke was asking for him. Yes, he will. Yeah, he will. And look, they've got time on Bellingham's side, but he just looks tremendous, doesn't he? He's in the squad. He's there. He's ready to go, and I'm sure we'll see more and more of him. There's every chance he could smash a huge number of caps as well if he can not have any big injuries. Oh, they're playing Andorra. There we go. That explains it. When's the next round table? As soon as the people on Patreon want it. QPR forever. Thinking about doing one a month, but if it's really popular and we've got the time. My eyes okay. I got the fan on down there, and it normally flares up when I do that. Long one forward to Lewandowski. Stones does well. Murder trying to get ahead, and he's been nicely rolled by Walker there. Walker out to Stirling, who's playing pretty well. Stirling. Phillips made a good run. Stirling didn't have the angle to slip him in there. Walker back to Stirling. Oh, Phillips there. I think he was expecting Stirling to run on. England win it back. Walker heads down back to Phillips, to Rice, into centre-back. Good control of this game now from England. They're not bustling forward at every opportunity, but they've taken hostage of the ball now, for sure. Although Pickford's about to go long, so this may be given away. There's no chance Sterling's going to win that in the air. He doesn't even bother jumping. I don't blame him. And it's back with the Poles now. Glick goes home to Szczesny. A big header by Stones, who's looking all right against Buxa. Not really. Lewandowski's not really getting involved in those direct balls into the front. Stones gets there ahead of Lewandowski again there. Good play by John Stones there, who looks up for a game against Robert Lewandowski. Here's Grealish down the right chasing. He switched over from the left-hand side. Grealish goes down. No foul. Grealish having a rant at Glick. It did look a bit handsy, but sometimes Grealish's reputation precedes him with things of that nature. Andorra lost 4 or 5 of their stars during the yellow cards. Don't know if they have any stars. I'd like to see a replay of that. Glick on Grealish. I mean, it's a foul. He's got 2 hands on him and pulls him down. I don't know why that's not been given. Grealish telling Glick what he thought of it. Ipswich haven't signed anyone in over a week. Unbelievable. It's almost like there's been a transfer deadline, hey? Hey, we've still got a net deficit. 26 out, 19 in, hey? Here is Phillips. Maguire. Stones. Just trying to draw Poland out a little bit, but those 2 strikers, Lewandowski and Buxa, they're kind of half engaged, but the midfield still sat back in shape. Here's Stirling out to Shaw on the left wing. Shaw to Grealish, who might fancy another run at Glick in a minute. Getting a bit charged. That Shaw inside to Mount. Mount to Maguire. Maguire to Rice. Stones. Good play by Krakowiak. Just gets his body in the way and Kane has caught him there. Kane just clipping the foot as Krakowiak tried to play the ball through. They have the Grealish shirt after the game, yeah. He may want it. Yeah, it's a big switch of play. Walker doesn't win it in the air. The Poles have got it. Lewandowski, lovely little skip past Sterling. Lewandowski goes inside. 50-50 with Rice. Does well. Clip back in. Lewandowski chases in the box. Oh, chance. Brilliant play by Lewandowski there. He completed that, or he made that chance almost completely by himself. Nice little clip over. And if he just could have looped that over Pickford's head, there was an open net. He's capable of scoring from there, isn't he? Best chance for Poland there. And Lewandowski obviously showing his quality there. Not quite as good a chance as Kane had for England. Pickford. Crikey, well done, Pickford. Yeah, he got out there, didn't he? That's the danger of having a world-class striker in your side. Doesn't matter how much possession you have. He can still make a goal for himself, can't he? Walker. Here's Mount, who switched over to the right. Stirling. Krakowiak gets a foot in. Throw in to England down the right-hand side. Walker fires that into Mount. Too hot to handle for Mount. Can't control it. Nice feet there by Linetti. Laid off by Buxer. Can the Poles break? Josviak on the right wing. Paulo Sousa wants him to move it quicker. That doesn't happen. But sensible ball by Josviak into Linetti. Central midfield. Attack just slows down. It's just gone back into the centre half. But good control by Poland. Kind of bouncing off that chance that Lewandowski made for himself. Slid back by Glick to Szczesny. He goes long, and this should be a chance for England to win it back. Maguire wins the header. A big header on by Davidovic, and now Walker's got it in some space near halfway. Walker narrow. Kane's come short to help out. Kane back into Stones, and England look to circulate that ball again. They were doing it well before that Lewandowski chance. Poor touch by Kane there. Now here comes Buxer, and there's a runner outside of him as well. Lewandowski's in the centre, and oh dear. An atrocious shot by Murder, who saw his name in lights there, despite having a Bayern Munich striker to possibly ping the ball into the middle of the box. And blasts a dreadful shot way over the bar. I think we're just seeing that bit of work by Lewandowski again. Just look how he slips past Calvin Phillips and Pickford out there well. Narrows the angle, but you know a good contact. He can just loop that over the bar. There's a good debate. World-class players that will never win the World Cup. Ryan Giggs springs to mind there. Any names on that one? That's a good debate. I'm sure there's many of them. George Weah for Liberia. What a player he was. Here is Krakowiak. Helped on to Josviak from Davidovic. Josviak running with Grealish. I was going to say Villa against Derby there. Man City against Derby, of course. Yeah. Messi and Ronaldo. I suppose Ronaldo's won the Euros, hasn't he? But yeah, no. Well, Messi's got a medal now, hasn't he, for Argentina? That was always the argument. Stirling carries the ball there. No foul given. Oh, nice cross again. Looking for Buxer on the back post. Good header by Maguire. Yeah, Zlatan's a good shout. Larson, Cavani, Suarez, all great shouts. Best Cruyff, yeah. Yeah, Cruyff wasn't even around for... When did the Dutch... 88, they won the Euros, didn't it? That was the team of Van Basten, wasn't it? Best Ipswich player to represent England. It's got to be Kevin Beattie, hasn't it? Sorry, it's a boring answer every time. But in terms of the best quality player, it was Beattie. But yeah, for actual input, it is probably Mariner, isn't it? Considering Butcher. Oh, here's Phillips now. Oh, Kane was in there. He didn't play it. Here's Stirling carrying forward. Oh, Stirling tries to find Grealish. Oh, there was a pass that Calvin Phillips is so capable of slipping through there. Oh. And he didn't play it. And Kane would have been in. Great play by Shaw there. Excellent to win that off Buxer. He's having a hard night, bless him. The guy playing up front with Lewandowski. He's just kind of like a metre off everything, isn't he? Here's Shaw and Maguire. 34-30 gone. Some great names in here. Certainly hitting the world-class bracket with those couples there. Always a weird one, world-class, because it doesn't actually mean anything, does it? I always take world-class as, are you the best in the world at your position at any point in your career? Do you know what I mean? If you had picked a world 11 at any point during your career, would you get in it? Oh, And John Stones has just knocked the ball out of play deliberately and sat on his backside. And he's feeling, I think he's feeling is it his heel or is it his ankle? It's like around the back of his ankle. So hopefully that's not a problem. But yeah, that's my definition of world class. Would you at any point of your career been in the world 11? I think you can call yourself world class there. Obviously, some players are world class for about 10 years of their career, aren't they? Wilson's come off for Wales, has he? Interesting. Wonder if that affects Fulham at the weekend. I think Stones is still down. Southgate's just pulled Grealish to the side to just have a talk to him. Lewandowski's having a word with the left back. Puchas. Still don't know how to say that. And we're just checking to see how John Stones is. Hopefully he is going to hop up and run whatever has happened off. Connor Cody's just having a good look at what's going on. Would be the right-sided centre half. Tried to clear it. Lewandowski put him under some pressure. Didn't see any contact there. Or certainly contact on the area that Stones was holding. I think he just put his weight on it as he fell down for sure. Right, we're going to get probably 2 or 3 minutes stoppage time now at the end of this half. After that, 37:15 on the clock. Poland give the ball back to Jordan Pickford. And we will continue. Pickford's just getting closed down. And he's just waving everyone up. He's going to go along with this one. Looks like Stones is coming on again. So that is good news. Big kick by Pickford. Not a great one. I think he's trying to find Grealish out on the left wing. And Davidovic just too strong for Grealish there and shepherds that one out. Oh, Kane trying to feed it through. Sterling's always there making the run. Hamza, not watching the game. How is it so far? Yeah, decent actually. In terms of England games this week, it's by far the most competitive. Poland, very much a better match for England than either Hungary or Andorra have been. I mean, I say Stones is okay. He's obviously not, because Cody is coming on from what we've just seen. He's been given clear instructions. So I think John Stones is going to be stepping out before half-time here. Here is Lewandowski on the left wing. Steps inside Walker. Lewandowski fires the cross in. Looking for either Buxer or Josviak was sort of arriving from the right wing. Can't find either of them. Here's an England counter, though. Grealish. Kane's out on the left wing. Kane slips. No foul there. And it's going to be a throw-in to England. Which Luke Shaw will take. See what's going to happen with this substitution. It looked like Connor Cody was certainly being readied to come on. We haven't had any shots of that yet. Here is Stirling. Sterling, all lovely double step over from Sterling into the box. I think he should have fed Walker there, but he didn't. In the end, it goes via Phillips to Walker. Attack slows down. They look promising there where Stirling was on the edge of the box. He still finds Walker in the end. Trying to force the opening. That's not a good ball from Walker, actually. Hospital ball for Grealish. Krakowiak's with him, and the Poles are going to win it back. Phillips tries his damnedest to keep that one from going out. He can't. Throw in. Throw into the Poles. 40 gone. A few good little battles in this game now. Krakowiak and Phillips there would be one of them. Lewandowski explaining why he put his cross where he did and why there should have been a runner there. But, hey, might be one of those examples where he's playing with lesser players than he's used to playing with. Rice. Grealish. Rice. There's a foul on Grealish by Linetti. Linetti is not let Grealish take the kick, but the referee has not booked him. He's given him a very, very stern last warning. I know it says in the laws, delaying the restart, but no yellow card there. I think the referee's realised he was a bit of an eager beaver in the first 10 minutes, wasn't he? And he's backtracking a little bit for his standard of application of the laws, let's just say. Right, here's Shaw. Shaw whips the free kick in, headed up in the air. Surely a shove in the back there. It's going to be a corner to England. The way Davidovic jumped looked like he'd had a push in the back. By the way, no more sign of Connor Cody appearing. Good question, Hamza. Preview show. We're going to try, and you can give me your feedback on this. We're going to try in the evening tomorrow rather than at 1 p.m. and see how that goes for numbers and for my day, to be honest, with child now. In comes the corner from the right-hand side. Mount put it in. It's gone all the way over to Shaw. Shaw swings the crossover, headed away. Phillips, lovely touch, brings it down. England tried to reset. Walker to Phillips. Shaw, who John says is going to go full Neville Southall. Is this to do with his physicality after he retires? We will see. Matt Blanc seeing that Friends reunion. Mount tries to outstrength Puchaz. Doesn't manage it. And the Pole wins the throw-in in the left-back area. Liam, hope you and the family. Thank you very much. Very kind. We're all good. We're really good, actually. Yeah. Really good. Enid is 1 month old. Or she will be in about 2 days' time. There we go. There you go, Owen. You can join us for the preview show. I think we're going to do it at 7 p.m. Tomorrow night. We'll see how that goes anyway. You got to try this stuff out. But yeah, it's a bit of a struggle having stuff in the middle of the day now. You tend to need to, with a young baby around, you tend to need to get everything organised and moving for the first few hours of the day. Lewandowski holds it up, slid to the left wing by Bednarek. Puchaz trying to get down the left, can't get past Walker. Half cleared, it's come back in actually. Oh, nice feet in the box. Linetti nearly got around, I think it was Harry Maguire, who stood up well, got the foot in, but your brain's going, ooh, penalty. Eek. Here's Stirling, Phillips, Shaw, Phillips. Grealish is free on the right wing. Can Kane find him? He'll get there in the end. Rice, Walker. Here we go, everyone. Grealish. Swap wings temporarily here with Stirling. Mount. Grealish. Mount. Grealish. trying to open the poles up down that side. Oh, Grealish, brilliant run. Superb play by Grealish. Here's Shaw. Shaw crosses in and it's punched clear. Grealish, edge of the box now. What a run that was. Phillips hits the shot. Really good block by Glick. Sublime run there by Jack Grealish. Here's Phillips. Grealish again now. Grealish just drifts past his man. Bit of a hospital ball there, though. Shaw has won it nonetheless. Here's Phillips. We're into stoppage time, by the way. Sorry, I was so transfixed by the game. Shaw knocks it back to Phillips. A really poor ball by Phillips. And Josviak nicks in there. Don't dive in anywhere, Calvin. You're on a yellow card, buddy. Ooh. And Lewandowski there, 1v1 with Stones. Stones really fancies this battle, doesn't he, with Lewandowski? He's very much defending on the front foot, Stones, and really biting at Lewandowski. And a foul again. Calvin Phillips disagrees. It wasn't him who made the foul, by the way. I think it's Kyle Walker. Puchaz, I think we're going for. As the pronunciation comes in off the left. Oh, it's Mount who fouled him, beg your pardon. I think the ref got that one right, to be fair. I know he's been a bit irritating, but don't think that's the worst call he's made this half. Grealish right at home at this level now. Yeah, tremendous. City player called Jack is decent, isn't he? Yeah, just if only Luke Shaw could have made a bit more of that cross, but a brilliant bit of skill to drift across from right to left there by Jack Grealish. Free kick to the poles here. There's only 2 minutes stoppage time, and we are closing in on that. It's going to be the last play of the half. Glick is a massive shahouse, isn't he? He's rambling on at all the England players. He's having a pop at Kyle Walker now. He's already had issues. Harry Maguire's just giving him a couple of shoves to say, wind your neck in sunshine. But yeah, keep your eye on Glick, number 15, who's up. In comes the set play. Big header by Stones. He didn't need to header that, actually. He was going straight to Pickford, but very good header. Could have been caught fairly easily, but there you go. Half time. Good game. Tight game, actually. Mr. Radio Floyd, thank you. £1.99 super sticker. Very, very kind. Oh, and guess what? There's a big melee, and who's in the middle? Glick. Maguire's gone mad. The yellow card is out in the referee's hand. Kane's trying to calm everything down. Maguire is furious with Glick, who you have to say is a massive shahouse, isn't he? Kane's trying to calm everyone down like a good captain should. He's having a word with the referee. Glick is being walked away by Krakowiak. Glick is basically Jefferson Lerma here in this scenario. He's wandering off. I don't know whether he's been yellow carded, or I think the linesman's just going to get him. Maguire's still having a word with the ref. I did say keep an eye on Glick, didn't I? Who is just a big barrel of, shahousery. Across comes Glick. He's going to get yellow carded here. Let's be honest, that's been coming for about 15 minutes, hasn't it? Glick yapping away. Lewandowski's over there. He's still got his hands all over the referee as well. Maguire is there as well. I bet they're both going to get booked, aren't they? Glick just won't shut up, will he? Shut up, man. Pickford and Bednarek having a good old powwow down the tunnel. That looks a little bit more friendly. I suspect they're both getting booked. Glick gets the yellow card. Maguire gets the yellow card. Be interested to see, to see a replay of that. But yeah, he definitely seems a lovely fella, Glick. Maguire did go in the book as well there. Remember, Calvin Phillips went in early in the game. Fun and games at the end there. A bit of a melee after the free kick. Half time. Give me your thoughts in on the first half. I thought it was pretty competitive, actually. Did England edge it? Possibly. Kane had a really good chance from the header. A couple of nice bits of play outside in from both Grealish and Stirling at times. It's a good chance for Lewandowski if he could have lifted it over the keeper. But by no means what we've seen in the last couple of games where England have been, far the better side, but the opponent has given far too much respect to England and we've not had a competitive game. We have a competitive game tonight and it's Poland 0, England 0 at half-time. Let's just do some numbers. And they tell us that England have had 64% possession, which seems a lot, but in context then, look at the shot count, 5 apiece. No shots on target for England, despite that good chance for Kane rising for the head from Sterling's cross after that bit of wing play. No big chances. England 2-1 on the corners. Not much in this one at all, really. If you look at the qualifying table, though, you will see that famous last words. England don't really need to win it. They will remain 5 points clear as things stand. That's the live league table there with a draw, with the next game against Andorra and also with games against Albania and San Marino remaining. So if you add on that point tonight, you can still get to 23 quite easily. And from what we saw from Hungary the other night, you wouldn't be surprised if this group goes through with potentially 9 wins and 1 draw if they were to not win tonight. But maybe I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Let's have a look at what you guys are saying. This ref doesn't need an excuse to book people. No, he doesn't. We need to change up in the second half. I don't think that's going to happen immediately, Leeds 2021. I think Southgate, we know his pragmatic nature. I think he'll be quite happy with 0-0 around the 60, 70-minute mark and have a think there. Has the light touch style of refereeing finished now? The lighter touch, Mr. E. I never know what that means, but maybe it has. Although Glick's been asking for a yellow card, hasn't he? Glick, my new favourite player. 20 years ago in a partisan Poland with no away fans, we'd have been delighted how comfortable we are in reality. We forget how far we've come in the last 2 or 3 years. Yeah, fair comment, Bob, fair comment. Chris, poor referee, solid by England, will open up second half, absolutely. And, I mean, if you look at the threat from the polls, obviously Lewandowski's an incredible player, isn't he? Josviak, we know if you give him space, can do something from the wing. I think Krychowiak is a nuisance, isn't he? It's just getting that supply line to Lewandowski. And someone will tell me, who was the left back that Poland used to have, who used to play for Dortmund as well? They used to have some quality down the sides as well. I can't remember what his name was. He used to play for Dortmund, the Polish left back, but there you go. We need to move the ball quicker in the front areas. We just don't do that, do we, John? This England team is very methodical and, will happily create less chances in terms of keeping the ball. Should Joe Willock get a call up? Piszczek, yes, that's him. Thank you, Steve. They could do with him, could they? A little bit of extra. Joe Willock get a call up. I don't know how far he is down the line, but certainly a good player. Just gone in at Newcastle. Be interesting, Mr. Testosterone there. Yeah, Piszczek. Oh, was he a right back? Yeah, I know he's a full back. Maybe I got the wrong side there. But yeah, again, to Mr. Testosterone's question there, you would think by the time we get to 12th of October and that international break's done, England will be qualified. And if people like Joe Willock are going to, have a go, if they're going to give Bamford another 90 minutes or what have you, you'll tell me England players on the periphery of the squad that we want to see get a go. That will be the 2 games where they would possibly be doing that as well, even though essentially it's then 1 year to the tournament. Meant the 60. Yeah, you'd think. Or will he, though? Will he change it up? I'm not so sure he wouldn't be unhappy with 0-0 here and just, get out and, continue everything across there. I said this when folk returning knows that beating easy opposition we'd have lost against the easy ones before then. Yeah, it's a good generation at the moment. The Willock brothers are class. Yes, they are. Very, very much so. Click reminds me of Robbie Savage. Probably he's a mouthy so-and-so, Click, isn't it? There's that big chance. They've drawn a big arrow where Harry Kane should have headed it. I think Harry Kane knows where he should have put that. But hey, if it's Ian Wright talking, then I'll obviously respect Ian Wright's view on goal scoring. Not many better than him. They just shown the opening where Phillips could have slipped it in to Harry Kane. Right. I'm going to take a 2-minute break, everybody. Make sure you fill up the chat with conversation or topics to talk about, and don't go anywhere. And I'll be back imminently. Okay. See you in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere, guys. I mean, you can, but make sure you come back because the stream will be returning in a couple of minutes. If you haven't already and you're not going anywhere, hit subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications on the Benjamin Bloom channel. Like this stream. Keep your comments coming. And if you want, you can give it a share. And what better place to go and share than over on Twitter, where you can find me at Benjamin Bloom. Lots of stuff goes down that feed. And if you ever need to contact me, the DMs are open. Forgive me, it might take a couple of days to get through all of them. At Benjamin Bloom on Twitter. You can also support us over at our Teespring store, www.benjaminbloommerch.store. Don't forget the 2 M's in a row. Buy yourself a t-shirt, a mug, phone case, hoodies, all sorts of good stuff over there. Great way to represent our community over here. If you do get something, make sure you send me a picture. Over on Twitter, in fact, and I will get that retweeted. You can also support over on Patreon, www.patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. A direct way to support my work here monthly. Get yourself a little bit of extra content each month. And thank you to everybody on Patreon. We really could not have got through what has been happening in the world without you. Before we return, get those comments filled up. Questions, topics, etc. And enjoy the rest of the stream. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are at halftime. It is Poland 0, England 0. Go on, tell me, honestly, would you just take 0-0 now? Take the point, knowing Andorra and Hungary are the next 2 games, and let me bring the table back up again. And you can pretty much add on probably another 6 points there to take you to 22. I don't know whether they'd push for the win in this one with the risk of losing. It's just imperative to not lose this game, and everything's all sorted. But there you go. Let me know your thoughts on that, how you thought the first half went, etc., etc. Any other topics you want to talk about? Keep the comments coming. Have your say. Drive the debate. We read out most of them, especially in a international. Always turn into Q&As. Please hit like. And I do have a subscriber number. It's 19,199. So if anyone can hit subscribe now on YouTube, we'll go to 19,200, which will make me very, very happy. Thank you, those people who've been supporting via Super Chat, Super Sticker. Just hit the dollar button next to where you type in your comments. And thank you to QPR Forever, because I just checked my phone and he's signed up on Patreon. So we'll definitely get him over on the round table. That'd be great. Where's the link? It's here somewhere. Patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. A great community over there. Right, let's have a look at the comments. What are we saying here? Pub question for the chat. Which player played for Man U, Man City, Liverpool and Everton? God. Man U, Man City, Liverpool and Everton. I'm never going to get that one. Paul Ince played for Man U. Liverpool didn't play for Everton. Which player? Has anyone got that in the chat? I haven't scrolled down. Oh, God, who is that? Not Phil Neville. He played for Man United and Everton. Man United and Liverpool. That one's difficult, isn't it? Pass. Let me just scroll down. Anyone got it in the chat? Anyone get that? Surely I can get that. Man United, Man City. Steve McMahon. Did Steve McMahon play for Man United? Steve McMahon? Anyone? I think I've got it. And I didn't cheat because you were watching my eyes the whole time. I've got the TV here. Steve McMahon? How many of this starting 11 do we think will start the first game of the World Cup? That's a very good question, John. And surely the answer is like 8 or 9, isn't it? Depending on injuries. You just don't see him changing unless someone has a really outrageously good season. You could almost see all 11 of them starting. It feels like it's very locked in. If this was ITV, I'd be on my 3rd advert break. I try my best. I get lots of jip from people on YouTube because you hit the monetize button on your video and it puts the adverts in for you and people complain. But I make the point that Bob's make. If you're watching TV, I think it's 12 minutes every hour is adverts, isn't it? So there you go. Yeah, we do our collab, and of course, yeah. You just let me know what's happened. Is it not Steve McMahon? Peter Beardsley. Do you know, I saw Peter Beardsley play for Manchester City, and he only played about 4 games for them, didn't he? There you go. What a player he was. So who didn't Steve McMahon play for out of that lot? Everton? I don't know. There we go. Keep it coming. Mr. E, you legend. Thank you. 4.49 on the Super Chat. Very, very kind. For the nappy bill. That's very, very nice of you and very pertinent that you should say that because I do a little gig thing over at the retirement home over there, and someone gave me a card with £5 tip in, and I said, "Oh, thanks, that's really kind. I'll put it towards the nappy bill." And they said, "No, you must not spend it on nappies. You must buy your daughter something nice." But yeah, there we are. Any more questions? Any more comments? They're just finishing up with what's that lady's name? The Chelsea women's manager. I can't think of her name. Emma. Oh, God, she's just talking. The players are coming out now with Ian Wright and Roy Keane. And I'd imagine ITV will go to another ad break before we kick off. There's good old Krissy Powell on the England staff there. Kieran Trippier. And a lovely, cute little Polish girl with her dad in the crowd. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. Get them started young. Emma Hayes, thank you. Sorry. I quite like her. Talks a lot of sense. Unlike some pundits we see on the TV. There we go. What are you going to do? Be happy to be on the round table. Yeah, don't worry. It's not about professionalism. You just come with your opinion. My Danish mates told me last night they've broken some kind of record. Played 6-1-6, scored 20. Wow. Good stuff. I think the stadium's full here, Luke. I've got no idea what their COVID situation is in Poland. Every country's done it differently, haven't they? Plenty of families at the game. One little boy's having a Carl's book read to him. Tremendous stuff. Half-time, Poland 0, England 0. Let's reset. And we'll give you the teams one more time. Poland taking their time to come out. I'm going to blame Glick, number 15, for that and everything else in the world. Let's give you your teams for the second half. The Poles, Szczesny in goal. They're telling me it's a 3 at the back. I'm not having that. It's a 4-4-2, isn't it? Anyway, they've probably gone off the heat match. Szczesny, Davidovich, Glick, and Bednarek. Krakowiak, Sat, Puchangs, and Josviak down the sides. Linetti and Moda. Yes, that's not the formation, is it? Buxer and Lewandowski. I thought they had it right in the first half, and Murder was playing left, and Davidovic was playing right wing back. Again, apologies for me pronouncing Polish names badly. I don't speak Polish. I'm not very good. At least I can admit it. For England, the Southgate team, isn't it? Pickford, Walker, Stones, Maguire, Shaw, Phillips, Rice, Sterling, Mount, Grealish, and Kane. Wouldn't it be lovely if we could all recite the names of that team because they won a trophy in the next... I say in the next couple of years. I'm talking about next year, aren't I? Right. Referees counting up the players. Quick reminder, referee Siebert has booked Glick, Maguire and Calvin Phillips in the first half. Right, we are off and running into the second half. We'll get you a timestamp. I'm watching on a TV feed here. If you're watching on ITV Hub or on a smart TV or some kind of stream involving the internet, you might be a bit behind me. So that's why we do the time syncs. And we'll try and get you one on 46 minutes, assuming nobody's mid-attack at that point. Always tends to happen. Here is Buxer hits the shot. It took a deflection. You just worry about it bouncing straight through to Lewandowski. It didn't, and Krychowiak's got it in midfield. We should be able to do a time sync. I'll count you down to 46 minutes. Try and get yourself lined up. We're going to be at 46 minutes in. 3, 2, 1, sync. Can see a sending off occurring. He does seem to be trying to avoid that at all costs now, Mr. Referee, and that seems to be in his mind, doesn't it, after booking Phillips so early on. Lovely ball by Phillips. Good space now for Mount to drive into. Mount drifts forward. Here's Grealish coming in off the left. Grealish into the box. Grealish opens up, drives it low across the box, just wide of the post. Jack thinks that took a deflection. Didn't miss by much. Lovely ball by Calvin Phillips to start that one off. Mount plays it out to Grealish. Good run by Mount. And Grealish drills it across the box. Doesn't miss by much. If Kane or Sterling had just gambled on it going across the face there, maybe they would have a tap-in. Phillips worries me on a yellow. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. We might see Jordan Henderson or Jude Bellingham in. Depends. If it's 0-0, probably Henderson. If they do go behind, you'd expect to see a Bellingham. 47-12 on the clock. England starting the half well there. We talk about their overly methodical passing sometimes, England, but Phillips there just breaking the lines with that pass. And when they get in the positions, they certainly can attack with speed and quality, can't they, England? Walker to Sterling on the right. Walker's up with him and in loads of space. Sterling, good feet by Sterling. Has he held on to it too long? He's still got it. Yes, he has held on to it too long there, Raheem Sterling. And Walker, in the first part of that attack, was so open it wasn't true. Sterling just 2-3 touches too many. Oof. Walker throws that in. Could throw that to Kane. Dreadful layoff by Harry Kane, who's far better than that, isn't it? Sticks it straight out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in to the Poles. How do you rate this crop of England players versus the golden generation? It's such a hard comparison, that one, isn't it? That when I think about that golden generation, Michael, I do rate them higher, I have to say. Maybe it's because of my age at the time, but come on. Rio Ferdinand, John Terry, Ashley Cole, David Beck, Paul Scholes, Frank Lampard. Maybe we've got better in terms of actual final product, but come on, the centre-backs back then. Sol Campbell, Jonathan Woodgate. God, I think we had better defenders then, didn't we? Maybe we got better attackers now. Oh, nice little ball around the corner by Murder. Has Phillips fouled his man? No. Referee waves play on. England try and get it forward into Kane. Sean, is in-game management Southgate's biggest weakness? I understand the question, Sean, but I don't think it is. But I don't think it's far away from what I think you're saying, in that his whole philosophy is kind of pragmatic, isn't it? And I think he's fine in game. I just don't think he chooses to gamble. I just don't think that's in his nature. Do you know what I mean? So I think if you call that a weakness, then you would say it's not necessarily in game. It's the philosophy as a whole. Here comes Grealish, though. Grealish on to Stirling. Stirling checks inside. Great feet by Stirling. Stirling tries to beat his man. Out it comes to Luke Shaw. Shaw crosses in, looking for Kane. Great clearance in there. I think it was Bednarek. Good stuff. Here is Mount. Shaw. Grealish, just heavy touch there, and the Poles have nicked it. England look more dangerous. Yeah, you've probably said, John, what I could have in about one sentence there. What I could have said in what I attempted to say, but said in 5 minutes. Individually, Golden Generation better. This group definitely a better team, and there you go. That may parlay in as credit to Southgate. You know, maybe someone like Sven was better in game than Southgate is, but yeah, it's just annoying, isn't it? Because you find a weakness in one that's a strength in the other. Can't they just all be strong? There's good feet by Stirling in the box there, and he just couldn't quite unload, could he? Then there's a really good clearance after Shaw crosses this in. We're seeing a replay now. That's excellent from, Bednarek. Kane breathing down his neck. To be fair, Kane left one on him there, didn't he? Kane and Glick going at each other as well. Glick, the massive House as well. Uh, 51-35 gone. Poland 0. England 0. England look quite dangerous in this half. Poland haven't had any opportunities, have they? England the better side here since half-time. Walker. Do I think Lingard, Joe says, should have started? Do you know, no, I don't. I really enjoyed Lingard's performance the other day, but I do like the idea of England having this 11 that's the first choice 11. And is that Michael Hellick warming up? Recognise him. And, you know, that's the go-to team. But, yeah, we may well see Lingard at some point tonight. Who knows? Maguire's getting forward. Shaw, Maguire. It's all the way up in the box. Oh, Maguire nearly played Luke Shaw in with a reverse ball there. Let's hope Rice or Phillips is covering. It's out with Phillips. Phillips, long ranger, and saved by Szczesny. Yeah, it's a first shot on target for England, is it? Lewandowski holds it up. He's giving it away, actually. A rarity there from Lewandowski. Here is Mount. Shaw getting forward well. England looking good in this half. Shaw tries to cross it in. Josviak makes the block. Throw in to England. Let me just bring up just the second half numbers. We're only 58 on the possession, but England certainly creating, in terms of shots on target, more in the second half. Here is Maguire. Rice. Mount. Maguire. Rice. Surely there's a foul there by Davidovic. Mount did really well. Rolled his man. Davidovic trying to take the ball off him. Trying to take the shirt off him, really. Mount did well there. Poland can't deal with us now. We've stepped up the pace. Agreed. Yeah, England looking good in this second half. Catch you tomorrow, Hamza. Peter, when should England make changes? Not yet. It's looking quite hopeful now, isn't it? So if I'm Southgate, I'm certainly giving this another 10 minutes at least at this pace that John is sort of talking about. But they look more dangerous in this second half. Maybe play the long game. Shaw whips the free kick in. Stones tries to win it. They've got strength in the air, though, Poland. Clipped down the line by Moder. And here is Buxa. Good hold-up, actually. Rice slides in there. Breaks nicely for Krychowiak, but he does manage to get it out onto the right wing for Josviak. Grealish and Shaw double up on the Derby County winger. Yeah, fair point, Jay. Poland need the win and we don't. That is, they've got to come out, haven't they? So it may be as well to just leave this 11 in, and they've got a feel for the architecture of this game at the moment. And as they come out, they may be well put. Lingard and Saka on the sidelines, exactly. So, yeah, I personally would be waiting till around 65 and seeing how things are still moving. I wouldn't change much. I think I'd just switch out one player and bring in someone in exactly the same shape. Just see if that made a difference. A lovely ball by Walker to Stirling. Kane's in the middle. Sterling tries to beat his man. Sterling, is he going to knock it off to Mount? Was open. And Sterling, just a couple of times now, he had a really good 5-minute spell in the first half where he got it out of his feet and he played it. He's just held on to it a little bit too much. A couple of times now, Sterling in the box, but it does, I hate to say this, it does feel like it's coming here, doesn't it? Doesn't it? What are you thinking? Throw in to England, Walker. Walker to Mount. To Walker. Here's Stones. Maguire. Lovely ball through them. Loads of space now for Rice. Go on, travel, boy, travel. Here's Shaw. Rice continues his run forward. Rice again on the left wing. Grealish. Rice. Grealish. Plenty of movement in that triangle over there. Oh, lovely ball by Grealish. Shaw in the box. Shaw gets out of his feet. And they were looking for Kane on the near post. Look, England are playing really well here. They've been well on top in the second half. The big chances surely gonna come. Players rotating position nicely there. Excellent from Shaw, and the central midfielders are both getting forward into good positions. For all that the England fans struggle to accept those two midfielders playing together, they do get forward generally one at a time. Here comes the corner from Shaw, looking for Maguire. Big header by Bednarek. Comes out to Mount. Cheston volley headed away. Again, I thought the offside flag was going to go up. Yes, it does. Glick is moaning about something or other. Again, Julian says, hacking away, a goal coming surely. My fingers are crossed for that, Julian. And definitely the better side here in the second half, aren't they? England. Again, I'll keep saying, just keep going with this. Things are happening now. Here is Josviak. Goes down. Maguire, no foul. Nice little layoff by Kane there. Here's Mount. Grealish zooming forward. Mount. Oh, brilliant play by Mount there. Just comes inside two players, switches it out to Walker. Here is Phillips. Walker's open, but Phillips goes back inside. Phillips to Mount, to Shaw. England fullbacks both getting involved nicely up the pitch, Shaw and Walker. Here's Grealish against Josviak. Grealish into Mount. Mount back out to Shaw. Mount again, patient from England. Grealish knocks it off. Brilliant from those two again. Mount in the box. Attack against defence here. Shaw is Rice. England patient, maybe patient to a fault here. Looking for that killer pass. Looking for that big chance. Poland running well. Here is Grealish. Grealish holds on to it. Where's the space? And Grealish is fouled. And the yellow card comes out for Krikoviak. Grealish just inviting the tackle there. Very encouraging stuff by England, I have to say. I know those people who may be a bit less patient than me will have wanted the ball in the box and lots of attempts at the killer pass, but they are wearing Poland down. But they, of course, do need to create the big chance and hope it falls to Kane or Stirling, who tend to be the ones who stick it in the net for England. Paulo Sousa is going to make a sub for the Poles. And I think we predicted this one, didn't we? Buxa, we think, is going to come off, and Swiderski is going to be coming on. But it's a set play to England first. Swiderski of PAOK, who are a Greek side, aren't they? If my brain is not fooling me. Maguire heads it down. Oh, I've hit the post. Oh, and how that didn't bounce back to Stirling, I don't know. I think the offside flag has gone up then against Stirling. The set play went in. Oh, Maguire looping header. I don't know at what point the flag went up there. I think maybe Stirling was offside, but if Maguire's header goes in the goal, that wouldn't have mattered. In went the free kick. It's a really decent header by Maguire. There's the offside. And yeah, if it drops inside the post, it wouldn't have been a problem. If Stirling had put it in, the goal would have been disallowed, of course. But England hit the post there. That's the closest they, or indeed anybody, has come to a goal in this one. John, we're doing to Poland exactly what the likes of Spain did to us 5 years ago. Matter of time here. Fingers crossed. You are right. Bob is with me. We look very controlled. Poland away can be a tough game. We look in control with an air of confidence. Yes, I agree. We need that big chance, though. And that wasn't it. That was a hard header, by the way. Robert's coming off for Wales. Keep us updated on what's going on in the other game. Here is Rice. Good strength by him in that central midfield. He's awkward to get it off. Yeah, and Harry Kane attempts the layoff there, and it goes straight out of play. The substitute, as we thought, is Swiderski, who is going to replace Buxa, he's just been off it, hasn't he? Did get in behind from that crossing from the left in the first half. And out it went without threat there. And out goes Buxa without really threatening. Remember Paulo Sousa, QPR manager? Absolutely. And what a player he was. Paulo Sousa, one of the few players to win the Champions League 2 years running for two different teams. I believe he did it for Dortmund and Juve. Am I right? A few other players have done that as well. I think Marcel Desailly did for Marseille and Milan. Clarence Seedorf must have done it because he's won it for about 4 different teams, hasn't he? Quiz questions. Say it quietly. Kane has been paused. He's not quite been there, has he, Kane? I don't want to criticise him because I like him so much, but you've got to be reasonable about it. He's not quite been at it today, Harry Kane. That's not to say that he wouldn't pop up with a goal at any point, but there you go. Come on, England, says Electro Man. 100%, fella. 100%. Who'd like to see Jamie Vardy return to the England squad? I'd like to see it, but it's not going to happen, is it, Luke? I think he's well and truly retired. But, yeah, he would be a nice player to have around. Situation like this, actually. You might want to get a goal and you want a gnarly, horrible to play against Vardy, isn't he? A good finisher as well. Here is Rice, Grealish, Mount wanted to play the 1-2. Grealish just got blocked off there quite nicely, didn't he? Good defending by the Poles. Maybe Kane should have turned up for pre-season training. Need a proper big man up there. I'm not sure about that, Chambers 101, because we don't put crosses into the box. We're trying to work in Stirling and Grealish down the sides and Mount through that way. So, yeah, maybe. Well, I suppose Calvert-Lewin is the guy for that, but that's just not really the way we play, is it? Dale, we can do better on this. 42 likes. Yes, hit like. You're right, Dale. I know the answer to that one, so I'm not going to answer, Foster. Oh, good run into the box by Puchaz, who is playing left back, although SofaScore seemed to have him at wing back. He's probably been one of the bigger threats, hasn't he, coming in off the left, got all the way into the box there. To be fair to Phillips and Stones, they didn't make it an easy shot, but a shot none the less. Saka on for energy and pace. Yeah, that I can see that happening. I can see that happening. Kane looking like he hasn't done any pre-season training. He's not quite at it. Yeah, not today. But then again, you wouldn't be surprised if he scored at any point. We're up to that 65-minute mark, which I was kind of calling the barometer for possibly substitutions. And not that England are playing badly now, but it has tailed off. They were playing very well, weren't they? Sort of coming up 55 minutes, that sort of period. But yeah, Poland coming into it. So maybe you guys wanting a substitution, you might be right now. I wouldn't have made one up until this point, but we might see one shortly. Although here's Kane, good hold up from him. It's Phillips. Phillips knocks it back. Walker steps over it and runs for Stones. Here's Shaw over on the other side. Oh, great play by Grealish. That is the most obvious yellow card in the world. It's not even a foul. Oh, goodness me. I'm sounding like a proper England fan there. I thought Grealish just got body checked off the ball by Josviak. And not only did I think it was a foul, I thought the yellow card was going to come out. And neither of those things happened. So I will reserve judgment until I see the replay. Szymanski is coming on for Krychowiak, presumably in the central midfield. I think Krychowiak's a good player, actually. You tend to notice him, and he tends to be in the right place at the right time. On comes Szymanski, number 17 for the Poles. And he plays another one who plays in Greece, plays for AEK Athens. Here's Stirling down the right. Stirling tries to play that into Walker. Walker probably just overcooks that. He was looking for fair contact there to go shoulder to shoulder. I think he did just give it a little bit too much for that to be fair contact. Yeah, it's a shove and then the arm comes out as well. Declan Rice doesn't agree with me, though. He thinks that's a foul. Best player so far, Raheem Sterling thinks it's a foul as well. He hides his face behind his shirt. Best player so far, there's not really a lot in it for England. Various players have had moments, haven't they? In terms of consistency during the game, oh, God. Declan Rice has been consistent. I think Shaw has got well forward from the left-hand side. There's not a standout for England, but that's not criticism. I think it's been fairly evenly matched around the team. I agree with Sean, actually, here. Walker had him for pace there. I agree with that, actually. He could have possibly caused the fullback who's played quite well, hasn't he? 23, Pushaz. He could have caused him a real problem there. Here's Kane, and Linetti just nicks that off him. There's Pushaz, Linetti, bit of possession for the Poles. There you go. You're on to the answers now, aren't you? It's Pompey. We talking about the FA Cup, are we? Is it the FA Cup? I don't know who won the league pre-war. I thought Pompey was the FA Cup. Is that the question we're asking? I don't even know what the question is in the chat anymore. There we go. I knew it was going to be the Second World War team, though. Here is Walker with the throwing down the right. 70 gone. Well, I suspect we'll see a substitution fairly soon now from Southgate. Here is Lewandowski drives the shot low. He's probably about 25, 30 yards out. Pickford makes the save fairly comfortably. It's a really good throw out from Pickford. Here's Mount carrying the ball again. Mount. I may have just drawn on my face there. Have I? Don't think I have. No, good. Here is Luke Shaw. That's one thing Mason Mount has done well today. He's carried the ball very adequately, I think, to then link up with either Stirling or Grealish either side of him. Shaw knocks it back to Grealish again, double trebling up. Here's Sterling's come over to help. It's all very tight there. Need to move this a bit quicker. Grealish still. Good handling by Pickford. Brilliant distribution. Agree on both counts there. He can be a very good goalkeeper when he's at it, Pickford, can't he? Horrible giveaway there by the Poles. Rice lands on that. Here's Walker, nice and narrow, helping out from right back. Kane. Kane drives the shot. Oh, what a goal! Harry Kane! Oh, criticism in the chat. He has been quiet. And what did we say? You wouldn't be surprised if he just popped up with a goal. What a strike that was by Kane. He is not at it, but that was a superb goal by Kane. There's the quality, just out of nowhere, just smashes it into the corner from way out. So it's a brilliant goal by Kane. Look at that for a strike. He smashes that so hard. Looks like Bednarek. Oh, Bednarek will be disappointed with that. He turns on his side there. I mean, Kane hits it really well. Keeper's not getting that. It's a brilliant strike. I know the very macho amongst us will say, Bednarek, stand up straight. Don't turn on the side like that. You can charge that down. But I agree here with Joe. Once it's gone by, keeper has got no chance. And yes, he may not have showed up to pre-season friendly, but he is also in that world-class category, Harry Kane. And what a strike that is. Poland 0, England 1. They didn't force the big chance. They've scored from a 30-yard pile driver by the captain, Harry Kane. Get your thoughts in on that one. Wow. Get in, Harry. Wow, what a goal. OMG, what a goal. Get in. Where did that one come from? Absolutely nowhere. Needs some extra training. Yes, he does, doesn't he? Say it quietly, Kane's had a cracking game. I think we can be very honest. He's not had a great game, but there's his quality. There we go. Millwall's Harry Kane strike. Pick that one out. Yeah, someone clipped me on that, but it wouldn't surprise me if he popped up with a goal. There's the quality. And that's what players like Harry Kane do. They can be quiet and not really play that well and still smash one into the back of the net. Jack Grealish is in the referee's ear again, saying he's being throttled. Come on, England. Kane and Abel. It was Davidovic with the foul on Jack Grealish. And now at 1-0, this is where England are good. Although you're going to tell me, Ben, they were 1-0 up against Italy in the Euros final. Yes, they were, of course. But now they should be able to control this now at 1-0, shouldn't they? Kane Clash there in the corner. Kane, that looks like a sore one between Kane and Glick. Oh, God. Glick again. Sure, and take Phillips off on a yellow card. That's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah, protect Phillips. Maybe stick Henderson in it. Poland going to lose their head. You can feel it. It will certainly be Glick if it is anyone. You did call it. Was always go with. I can't take the credit on that one. I make a lot of calls every game, Oliver. Most of them aren't right. But yes, we did call it, didn't we? You wouldn't be surprised if you popped up with one. Glick has gone down like... Remember those little toys where they stand up and you pinch the bottom of the thing and they just collapse like that? By the way, I apologise to Glick if he's actually hurt, but given his behaviour for much of the game, I'm suspicious, although he is down. I think Harry Kane's chuntering away at him, so... Kane, the goal scorer, is back up. 75 gone. Poland 0. England 1. Don't want Phillips missing the Samurai. No. To be fair, though, I bet if you said to Southgate, Phillips and Rice would be fit for every game from now up to the end of the World Cup, he'd start them in every game if he could, wouldn't he? Glick is up. And he's going to continue, ladies and gentlemen, of course. There's absolutely nothing wrong with him, apparently. Although Michael Hellick is getting ready, one of our favourites from Barnsley in the Championship. I think the Poles are going to make a double sub. It looks like Rebus is getting himself ready as well. Rebus of Lokomotiv Moscow and Hellick of Barnsley, who's been a terrific player in the Championship. Fantastic goal by Harry Kane. Wasn't it just Benny's, if I'm pronouncing that right? Here come the Poles. And Puchas, 23, who's played a lovely ball through. Oh, and so close there. Swiderski. What an assist that would have been. If he gets there first, I think he scores. Puchas, he's a good player, isn't he, the Union Berlin fullback? And any touch on that takes him around Pickford, who either then takes him down for a penalty or Swiderski scores. Are you with me about the Polish left-back? I think he's a player, isn't he? Plays for Union Berlin. Puchas. There is a foul on Stirling. And, of course, the second I'm bigging him up, he's about to get booked. There's a yellow card coming out for him. I think he's had a good game. But he's just got booked. The curse. The curse is real. Great ball, unlucky. Nice one. Pickford narrowed the angle well. But yes, he does just clean out Raheem Sterling there. Crowd seems to have gone quiet. Yeah. Goal will help you with that one, Russell. Won't it? Here's Sterling coming in off the right. Sterling feeds it into Maguire. Rice. Mount down the line. Here's Grealish against Josviak. Grealish trying to run him down the line. Grealish way too good for him. Grealish into the box. Holds it up. Lays it back. Good play by Grealish. Mount again, always open. Kane knocks it off to Rice. Rice is going to switch the play for Walker. This is good from England. Walker. Touch. Walker crosses to the back post. Luke Shaw arriving. I think Shaw has fouled Bednarek. Has he? No, we play on. Here comes Mount into the box. Mount off to Grealish. Grealish back into Mount. Mount, good feet, tries to knock the shot off, and Josviak comes away with it, and he's going to counter now. Good build-up there. Just couldn't, again, force the big chance against a stacked defence there. England. That last 1%, but it's the hardest 1%, isn't it? Another foul on Harry Kane, and another yellow card now. For Linetti. I think the prediction in the chat that the Poles could lose their heads is one. Playing nice football. Let's be very fair about this. Joe saying playing nice football. I agree. If this goes 2-0 and England score a good goal, everyone is going to say this is a great professional away performance by England. If it goes 1-1, everyone's going to say, oh, terrible. England didn't make enough chances. So the proof's in the pudding over these last 10 minutes now. Oh, here he goes. Bye-bye to Glick, the massive Shahouse. Off he goes. Michael Hellick comes on. And look, we cover the championship here. Look out for Hellick on set plays. Very good in the air. Goodbye, Glick. Mount and Grealish have a good understanding, don't they, Jess? They play very well together, Mount and Grealish, don't they? Trying to stick the knife in, they look beaten. Sterling and Grealish look good. Haven't got crosses into the box. Yeah, they've been just off it, Sean, haven't they? When you want the cutback or the little thread through, they just haven't had that pass. But we do have Harry Kane, and he is capable of smashing that one in. Well played, Puchas, the left back. Thought he's played well, actually. Rebus comes on for Puchak. I think they made a triple substitution as well. Josviak has come off. In comes the free kick for England. Stones arriving on the back post. Can't quite make it. Phillips in the foot race is going to be able to recycle. Phillips just holds that for a throw-in. Let me just check that last substitution. I think Frankowski came on for Josviak, who, looking at him right now, he's not going to be starting against Birmingham in less than 48 hours' time back in the UK. Not very fair scheduling on any Derby or Birmingham players playing tonight, for sure. Walker throws in to Kane. And Phillips keeps hold of the ball. Some best wishes for Glick, who's just been a substitute. Mount's growing on me. Yeah, I think Plucky. Mount's one of those. Oh, no, Pickford. Oh, God. Oh, Pickford just took too long on that. He got charged down, and the ball is just throwing back towards the goal, and Pickford got lucky there, didn't he? Ugh. Oh, that could have been 1-1. Pickford takes too long. And frankly, if he hits that goal kick harder, it ends up in his own net. Oh, we got lucky there, didn't we? Eek. Oof, what a let-off. Agreed, 100% there. Pickford lucky, agree. El Loco. Enid is beautiful. Thank you very, very much, El Loco. Very tight. Very, very kind. Calvin has added 10 million to his value. Depends what you think his value was in the first place. It's going to be expensive if anyone wants to take him from Leeds, isn't he? Phillips, Rooney already confirmed. Josviak, yeah, I think he'd be on the bench, John, won't he? But he's not starting, is he? No way. Grealish. Mount. I was just going to say about Mount. I think he's a proper player's player, isn't he? I think he's very good to play with. Does a lot of running, always open, uses the ball. Just a very good all-round footballer, isn't he? Pickford being a plonker, has that in his locker. Sadly, he does. I'm glad he got away with it. That's all I can say. Because I do think England. Famous last words. I do think England deserves to win this game, don't they? Oh, they try and get Lewandowski away. Poland just a little bit more direct now. Gone from I'm going to say back to front, but from midfield into Lewandowski early. Toby saw that from a mile off. He takes too long sometimes. I can't disagree. It just happened, didn't it? Mount. I tried to feed it into Stirling. If that ball's more accurate, Stirling could just angle that in. And I don't know who the third man run was, but he was in. There's a big switch looking out, and here's the good side of Pickford, who reads that very well and legally shepherds the ball out. You know, that's my pet hate when it's done illegally. But if the ball is within playing distance, you can shepherd it out. Joe, we don't use Mount in the middle enough to try and play out wide run. Yeah, look, that is clearly the tactic, outside in, isn't it? And that's where we lack. And that's where maybe we could have beaten Italy if there'd been a presence through the middle and the ability to feed it through that central area rather than going outside and having to overload with the fullbacks. But it is methodical in that way. And maybe we still don't have that Pirlo type player to, just be able to play any type of pass through from the middle. In theory, that could be Phillips in the end, couldn't it? Could be a simple game. This, get a second or relax for 5 minutes. I hope so. I hope so. 84.07 gone. Good hold by Grealish. Walker, lovely ball into Stirling. Sterling. There's an overload on the left-hand side here. Rice hits the shot and it's deflected, and Chesney gathers it, and Luke Shaw is rightly annoyed with Rice there because he takes on a very low percentage chance, and Shaw was careering in down the left-hand side. Oh, good play by Maguire there. Ahead of Lewandowski. Touch word. They've played Lewandowski well, haven't they, Stones and Maguire? Just that one moment, and then Pickford bailed them out in the first half. We're coming up 85 minutes now. Phillips trying to angle that into Stirling. Little shove in the back, but I don't think it was a foul. I think the referee got that right. Here's Linetti. Hellick. Oh, good press by Shaw there. Does really well to win that back. He's had a good game, Shaw, hasn't he? Grealish. And the feed through to Stirling is grossly overhit there. I think it's Harry Kane, actually. Would you give Pat Bamford the last 5 minutes? Kane looks knackered, bless him. Doesn't he? No subs yet from Southgate. We may see a couple just to kill time, but you'd think it would be players that are good runners. I'm talking about Saka, Lingard, Bamford. There's many a sensible substitution. Henderson in central midfield, or Bellingham. You can take off Mount and stick Bellingham in a 4-3-3, couldn't you? We'll do man of the match, Joe, in a minute. Dale, cheers for the feed. Can't see the match from Denmark. Well, there you go. Thank you, Dale. Glad you've enjoyed it. It's been a good game, actually. I've enjoyed it thoroughly. Phillips not fouled. He goes down, and here come the Poles down the left. Walker, look at, there's that pace closing down. Stones, oh, well played, Stones. Look at that. Cool as you like from Stones there. Sidesteps his man, and Kane draws the foul. Well played, England. I thought Phillips might have got fouled in the first part of that. But, and I don't want to sound like a biased football fan, England haven't got many of those decisions tonight, haven't they? And I'll leave it at that. Ref hasn't clamped down fouls on Grealish at all. No. Definite lighter touch where Captain Jack is concerned. 86-53. Surely Southgate's going to go to the bench at some point. I'm sure there's 20 Premier League managers hoping so, or certainly the ones who are represented today. Get Kane off for a rest. I don't think that's a bad shout at all, Amanda. Just stick Pat Bamford in. He's very good presser, obviously, Bamford playing for Leeds. Here is Rebus down the left. Inside it goes to Bednarek, who hasn't had a bad game, but should have fronted up for that Kane shot. We'll do man of the match in a couple of minutes, guys. I think we'll be fairly split on that one. There's not really been a standout, has there? I think you could argue 4 or 5 of the England players have all played well. Here's one of them, Shaw, down the left. Shaw, he's tried to pick out Kane there. He's unlucky. Didn't just flash that across the box, tried to knock it back to his captain. Good interception there. Here come the Poles, down the left, Moda. Rebus. Inside to Bednarek. I think Bednarek's going to hit the front here. Yeah, boots it forward. Oh, what a touch by Lewandowski. Look at that. Lewandowski, can he get the shot off? Oh, unlucky. What a goal that would have been. I hope I get a slow-mo replay of that. Just a filthy first touch by Lewandowski there. Come on, ITV. Let's see a replay of that. Christ, look at that for a bit of skill. Jesus. Comes over his head. He's got both feet off the ground. He just pulls it out of the sky and kills it. If he curled that in the top corner, that would have been one of the brilliant goals against England. I remember Ibrahimovic scoring a superb sort of overhead kick. Brilliant skill by Lewandowski there. Well won by Bednarek at the back. Poland just rallying here. We could do with maybe Henderson or Bellingham just coming in and helping out. Maybe take the number 10 out. No offence to the way Mount's played. I think he's played well, but just shore up the midfield now. Linetti into the box, trips over his own feet, to be fair. Triple team by England there. In comes the cross low. Oh, fallen to Lewandowski as well. The wrong guy. Switched out by Szymanski. This is good from Poland. And finishing the game well as we come up 90 minutes. England need to see this out. Rebus. Knocked inside to Helic. Good ball by Helic out to Moda. Walker, fit as a butcher's dog, right on his touch. Here's Lewandowski. Another lovely first touch by him. Good ball as well by the Bayern striker. In comes the cross. Oh, it deflects. Could have gone anywhere, that one. And it's gone through to Jordan Pickford. Oof. Oh, dearie me. What a class touch. Yes, absolutely. Lewandowski will be in the Prem next season. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Mount, good defending there, arms down. By sides. Right, man of the match, guys. Man of the match. It's going to be fairly tight. I'll give you my view for what it's worth. Pickford's probably ruled himself out of it with that one knocked against Swiderski a few minutes ago. But I think Maguire and Stones have played well. I think both the fullbacks have played well. I think Phillips and Rice have been fine. Murder's beaten Walker there. It's crossed in low, all cleared by Mount. It's fallen to the edge of the box. Good block. Dangerous moments here. Lewandowski crosses to the back post. Oh, no. And Poland have equalised. Oh, no. Swiderski has scored. And I have to say that I think it was Kyle Walker in the first instance made the mistake. Very disappointing on the night. I don't think it's going to make much difference in terms of qualifying. Oh, that's disappointing. I think it's a bit of quality as well from Lewandowski for the cross. Swiderski heads it in. I need to watch the replay. I think there's a mistake by Kyle Walker at the start of that. I think he gives the ball away. Oh, dear. It's an individual mistake. Let's not get carried away. But that's very disappointing because we were minutes away from a really good England win. They're back deep. It is a bit of quality from Lewandowski with the cross. You can see England are far too deep and far too narrow. They didn't spool back far enough. Do you know what? I'm going to do it on my TV. Oh, no, I'll have to go back a couple of minutes. But I'm sure Walker had a big chance to clear that one. Disappointing. Very, very disappointing. Because if that goal doesn't go in, I'm sitting here saying, good performance, really, really good win, qualification, nearly there. Szymanski has been booked for taking his shirt off. I think Kyle Walker is sort of doubled over, looking very disappointed. I need to see a replay of that, but I'm sure he had a chance to clear and didn't. Disappointing. I can see I won't read out the sweary ones, but yeah, very annoying. There was a couple of good blocks went in, and yeah, just stoppage time away from a very decent win. I know people are going to be saying, "Oh, could there have been a sub?" But look, I need to again wind back and see. I think you can put it down to an individual mistake there. But look, let's not get carried away. I agree with Bob. It is in the main a good performance with an individual mistake and an equaliser. Try and, let cooler heads prevail. Poland have come out and gone for it the last 5 minutes. And, very, very disappointing for that goal to go in. We're coming up full time. I'm a bit punch drunk, guys. Disappointment. I mean, look, the result is going to be, as John says, fair result. And in general, the result's going to be absolutely fine for England. They're they're playing Andorra and Hungary next, and they will qualify. But in the moment, obviously, it's disappointing not to go away and get the victory. But yeah, we need to update the ticker. I don't want to update the ticker. 1-1. Poland have equalised, and it is full time. Frustrating end to that one. Szymanski, I think I said Swiderski. Szymanski heads in. It's a bit of quality by Lewandowski for the cross, and again, I haven't seen a replay of the whole phase back. I'm sure there was a good chance for Walker to clear the ball. But in the main, a decent performance. Okay, not banging down the door and creating 10 big chances and 4 XG or whatever, but they did enough to win that game, didn't they? And just kind of flopped over the finish line and end up drawing. I don't think there's any need for anger or outrage. I think if you look at the table, everything is fine. It's the first game England have not won. And let's be honest, Poland is the most difficult opponent. Ergo, Poland away is the most difficult game. And if we're getting very, very cross because England happened to draw the most difficult game with an injury time equaliser, then I think we might need to reevaluate our expectations, because then we are literally just expecting England to win every single game in qualification, which, to be fair, they have done before. But I get people's frustration. You have a right to your opinion, of course. Yeah, let's try and keep cool and not overdo this one. There are the numbers. Look, 63% possession, 13 shots, only 2 on target and no big chances. You can see Poland, obviously the goal is the big chance at the end there. It's a fairly decent performance that 9 times out of 10 you win 1-0, but they've mugged themselves off and conceded the late goal. Worth, there we go. Right, what are we saying in the chat? Amanda called a draw and I'm never right. I'm sure you're right. You're right fairly often, aren't you, Amanda? I hope you've been wrong tonight. Mr. Radio Floyd, take it. Best game of the week. I know what you mean. Look, it's been the most entertaining one to watch. 7 points across the week is fine. England are in a good position. Just disappointing to concede a late goal. Poland celebrated like they won the World Cup. We'll give them that, Stephen, won't we? We'll give them that. Perspective here. Belgium struggling to beat Belarus. Well done. I hope, Bob, we've given it some perspective, haven't we? England are in a very strong position. And look, it's a crap goal to concede. And it's a very frustrating draw, isn't it? But, what else are we saying? Apart from a Kane wonder goal, didn't really create anything. Well, Kane missed a chance in the first half. What I would suggest, I would agree with you, Sean, in terms of big chances. No, not many. But in terms of actual openings and trying to control things, there was plenty of that. I can't deny the facts say that you're right because there was no big chances. But I would suggest England did enough to win that game, especially context being everything. The fact that they knew they had a goal lead. But yeah, I can't deny. England played well second half. Yeah, I think Mr. E agrees. I won't say didn't create anything. They didn't create enough for me to be sat. Look, if we'd created 5 big chances and drawn the game 1-1, then I would be agreeing. But I can't disagree with either of those comments. I do think that I can agree with you guys in that they didn't create enough. But I still think they did enough to win the game, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I agree with that, Matt. Away to the second best team in the group. A draw is fine, yeah. Agreed. What else are we saying? We already qualified here. Let's move on. There we go. Right. Moment of quality from Lewandowski. Agreed. Good match there. Lewandowski quality on the box. End ball. Yeah, it was a good cross in. Wasn't it? There we go. Well, how annoying at the end of that. Thank you for joining me. It was Poland 1, England 1. I think England did enough to win that game. And frankly, they've probably already done enough to qualify. But irritating at best for me there. Plenty of good for England. I'm sure there'll be plenty of outraged reactions, but let's try and cut through those and find a bit of balance. England are a good team. And if you look at about their last 20 games, they've lost 1. and it was the final of the Euros on penalties, and they're doing absolutely fine. There we go. Thank you all for joining me. I've really, really enjoyed it. Great stuff in the chat today. Great insight during the game. Great balance from you guys as ever. And the madness begins again for the next month. If you could see maybe I'll put it up on Patreon, the whiteboard. So look, we will be back with the championship preview. I've got a couple of gigs at the weekend, so you might not see me on Friday or Saturday, but I'm doing Forest Cardiff on Sunday, and we're going to do the review show on Sunday night as well. I'll tweet all of this out, and then it goes mental for a 3-game week where basically every time you log on your computer, I'll be on here. So plenty of stuff going on. Let's say thank you to QPR Forever. Thank you for signing up over on Patreon. Thank you, Amanda. You called it. You absolutely called it. Thank you, Bob. Fantastic feed. Very kind. Good insight from you tonight. Mr. Radio Floyd, thank you as well. Always good to have you here, fella. Will I ever do women's football? Luke, probably not. And let's not get all socio-political on this. I don't know the first thing about it. My schedule is full. In the same way, I don't have any time to do Italian football or French football or League Two or even much in the Premier League. So, no, I won't. But please, nobody misinterpret that answer as people willfully do from time to time that I don't want to. I just merely do not have the time. Simon, thank you, sir. Enjoyed the stream. Thank you, David. Bonjour, Alex. Get yourself in the watch-along at the round table over on Patreon, Alex, as well. Right, thank you, everybody, for watching. Bit of an irritating end there, but we move on and back to our bread and butter with our domestic football, and it's a big, lovely over and out from me. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button, and to be notified every time we upload, ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.